We're here at one of the busiest booths we've seen so far at SEMA 2012. I'm talking about Garrett, and if you're into turbos, then you're absolutely going to know their name. And I'm talking to Yukio Taira about this particular brand. You guys have been around for a very long time.
Yeah, we've been here since the 1930s, well, for turbochargers, and then for performance, we've been doing it for the last 12 years. And we're pretty much the number one choice when it comes to motorsports and turbos.
What is it that you specialize in the most in the realm of turbos?
We specialize actually in a wide range of turbochargers. So we do have the smallest ones, and we do have the large ones, and everything in between. So we do focus a lot on people's needs and different motorsports that there are. Rally, drag racing, drifting, road racing, autocross, any of those, even boat racing.
With turbos nowadays, your focus seems to be downsizing the packaging but increasing the horsepower.
Yeah, and especially with the new GTX wheel that we have here, it's a full CNC billet wheel that we have. We are allowing to have smaller packaging but a lot more power. So the whole large turbo back in the day kind of thing with the T-Series stuff, that we still have them, but we're trying to let people understand that smaller is now the new thing for us. We want to make it easier for people to install, put it in tighter packages, make it a little more lightweight, but still create a lot of power.
All right, well, let's talk about some of the new products that you've got on display for SEMA 2012.
Yeah.
Start with the GTO 6. Tiny little thing. What is it, for lawnmowers or?
Well, actually it is. The GTO 6 is our, what we call the baby turbo. Basically, it's made for anything up to 50 cc, and it makes up to 80 horsepower, which is a pretty amazing thing if you take a look at it. It's extremely small. The actual compressor wheels, it's about the size of a quarter. But it's getting a lot of buzz, and the reason being is some people have little weekend projects, like let's say a go-kart or a scooter or a little motorcycle, and we're trying to prove that, hey, you could turbocharge anything.
All right, next up from there is the Rally Potato, I think you call it.
Yeah, so that's our GTX 2860R. Now, it's the big brother of the world-famous GT 2860 RS, which we call Disco Potato. So that's kind of how you got the name Rally Potato. This one is actually specific for rally driving with a restrictor. So it's got a smaller inducer that's actually paired up with the, I think, a 34 millimeter restrictor. And that's actually kind of a showing of what we're trying to develop is motorsports-specific turbochargers, and it's going to be a limited quantity, but we've been seeing preliminary numbers of it, and the rally drivers have been really excited about it, and hopefully this will help us develop more motorsport specific turbochargers.
Moving along from that one is the GT 3067.
Yeah, so the new 3067, it's actually a combination of a GTX 2867 and a GTX 30. We figured that there was a bit of a gap in between those two, and so this one's actually going to make about 450 horsepower, but it's still a small package, and that's what we kind of really wanted to focus on was, hey, you guys can still get this large package, a smaller package, large power, and actually a quicker spool. So that's essentially what we've been doing with that turbocharger.
And then if you want to go big, if you want to go up to, 12 liters, what have you got for those guys?
So we have the GTX 5518R. Now this is one of the bigger ones. It's mainly made for drag racing, and most of those drag racers are using it in the twin application. So you're seeing guys pushing out 3,000 horsepower with this thing, I think up to 4,000 horsepower in some of those other extreme applications. It's been able to help us break records at drag racing. We have several teams in the Pro Mod series that are breaking mile per hour records, ET records. One of the fastest LS drag radial Corvettes is using it and ran a 6-second quarter mile a few weeks ago. So it's a really great turbocharger. The billet wheel from the GTX has been really effective, and we're hoping that this is going to open up more doors for different kind of frames and different kind of sizes that we're going to be developing in the near future.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Yukio. If you're looking for some real innovative technology when it comes to turbos, check out turbobygarrett.com. You can check out all of these products and more.